Today's video answers what health problems will my cat face and what precautions should I take for my cat?
Now that's a huge question, but we can break preventative healthcare down into a couple of separate categories. So the first one would be infectious diseases, and really vaccinations are a key component of preventing a large number of very serious infectious diseases. Now your vet will be able to advise you on which ones are most appropriate for your cat based on their lifestyle and the area where you live. Now the next thing to consider is parasite control, and again your vet will know the local risks, so it might just be fleas, it might be a few other things though, and they'll be able to recommend the best products and the best regime for your cat, again based on their lifestyle and your local risks. Now neutering is another thing that's very important for many reasons, and I've discussed that elsewhere, and I'll pop a link again in the show notes. And then weight management is one of the most overlooked things, and it's one of the most common that I see in the consult room. Is the number of overweight cats is huge, but a cat who is overweight is at a much higher risk of developing some really serious health problems like arthritis, diabetes, skin disease, fatty liver disease. And so feeding the right amount of an appropriate diet and keeping a close eye on your cat's weight is really important. Now, dental health is another thing that's often overlooked, and I would say second to overweight cats, cats with bad teeth is probably the second most common problem that I see in the consult room. Now, brushing is the best way to prevent this. Then we've got special diets, we've got chews, we've got different feeding practices that can also help, and there are things that we can add to the water or put directly on the teeth that can also help. But you know, cats can be a challenge with all these things, so really close monitoring and intervention in the early stages is very important for this. And then there are other common health risks, you know, and that really depend on the age of cat, but ultimately the message would be for these to seek help at the early stages when you first notice a change in your cat, when you first got a concern, rather than leaving things unaddressed for too long. Now that might mean that there are some times when you're worrying unnecessarily, but if we're picking diseases up, if we're picking problems up early, then we're going to be in a much better situation to prevent those from becoming a problem later on.